Hey, it's John Terry with Vision Advisors, and welcome to this Insight with Vision. I want to take a few minutes and talk about the results of two J.D. Power customer satisfaction studies that revealed why your insurance customers are disappearing. That got your interest? I'm sure it probably does. So grab a pen and paper. You may want to take some notes, and let's jump right in and get started. So first off, I want to answer the question, who is J.D. Power? They're a well-respected consumer research data and analytic firm. Now, what do? They analyze customer data. They produce rankings, reviews, and reports for a number of industries in the marketplace. You're probably well familiar because you've seen it on television with the different car and truck companies that promote the fact that they have gotten some J.D. Power award for customer satisfaction and customer surveys. Now, there were two studies done in 2022 focused on consumer satisfaction with, get this, individual life and annuity products. Over 5,500 life customers and over 3,000 annuity customers were surveyed from June through September to get their input over several months in sharing information to a number of questionnaires that were distributed. Here's the survey results, and this is probably one of the biggest things I saw that was in there. Customer satisfaction with individual life and annuity products started declining relatively soon after they purchased that product from an agent. Now, this resulted in a very low likelihood of that individual purchasing other insurance and financial services products in the future. One of the main reasons for dissatisfaction pointed out in the study was a lack of communication and engagement from the insurance professional after the sale. Now, one other major thing that stood out in this survey to me is this. The survey also found a general lack of understanding of the products and services the customers already own. Now, during coronavirus, we saw interest in insurance products increase. It's nothing like millions of people around the world getting sick and hundreds of thousands of people dying to remind people of the need for insurance to be able to protect the things they love, their family, their money, their resources. And insurance saw an increase during COVID. This study, having been done after COVID, discovered that consumer satisfaction is waning rapidly immediately after they buy an insurance product. Now, why? Three reasons, and I want you to notice two key words that are going to show up in the three key reasons. Reason number one, a lack of regular contact with customers to reinforce the value proposition of the product or service they purchased. Now, what do I mean by that? What problem did that life insurance or annuity solve? What desired outcome is that life insurance policy or annuity going to provide or produce in the future? Or what was the specific goal or objective they wanted to achieve that life insurance or annuity made possible? Was it that they're looking to have an income they're never going to outlive? Was it leaving money for a surviving spouse or kids or grandkids? What was the money problem, the desired outcome, the goal or objective? What the study found is if this is not being continually reinforced in the mind of the customer, they forget the reason why. And as a result of that, their interest in that decision begins to wane as being a good decision that's in their best interest. Now, the second problem is this. Again, a lack of, there's those same two words again, regular contact with customers to build and maintain a personal relationship. Now, digging deeper into the studies, we found that they want more than just an annual or biannual review. They don't want to be treated as a transaction, something you can just check the box and say, I saw you once, I saw you twice this year, you're good. They want you to get to know and understand them as a person, and they want an opportunity to live life with you in some fashion as they see themselves in this trust arrangement because of the uniqueness of life insurance and annuities as part of your extended family. Now, the third problem that was identified was this. Again, a lack of regular contact with customers to continually educate the client in three areas: financial literacy, helping them understand how money works and how money works for them; health and wellness issues, because we're living long enough for age-related illness and injury to take its toll; and relationships and how we interact with other people. Those are the three primary needs of every single individual that you and I come into contact with every day. and your ability to be able to speak to and educate your clients on those topics, whether you're doing it yourself or you're leaning into third-party individuals or third-party resources to do so. And by the way, we have a number of those resources available for our contracted producers. This is an area that you can stand out as unique and different and meet a need the client says is important for them to stay engaged with you and to stay satisfied with the job that you're doing. Now, if you fail to regularly stay in contact with your customer to, number one, revalidate their why, number two, build relationship with them in some fashion, and number three, you fail to continue to educate them. If you're not doing those three things, the study shows that you lose credibility. In fact, I shared it earlier at the onset that the study found that overall satisfaction in the acquisition of a product, the buying of life insurance or an annuity, that satisfaction deteriorates over time. Now, there's a couple of reasons for that. One reason pointed out was products don't often perform as promised, or maybe they were overhyped on the front end, depending on the approach used by the sales professional. But the big reason was this: agents are not communicating. There is a lack of relationship. This is a trust arrangement. They're buying an intangible, and this is a relationship built on trust. And when communication fails, trust is broken. And when trust is broken, satisfaction deteriorates. Now, think about this, and this again came from the study. The perception to the client over time is due to a lack of communication. The recommendation that was made was transactional in nature and not in the client's best interest. Now, I don't think in this day and age, you want that perception of you and the job you're doing for your clients to be their perception. But when you're failing to stay engaged with them and regularly having contact and communication outside of an annual review, this perception over time seems to be elevating in the thinking of your customers. So what's the solution? Number one, more regular interactions, more client engagement. Now, what are we talking about? More face-to-face conversations. That could be in person, that could be through video, that could be meeting them at Starbucks or the donut shop or grabbing lunch with them on occasion. It could be a telephone call just to check in and see how they're doing, to call and wish them a happy birthday, to call and wish them a happy Thanksgiving, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, whatever it is it may be for as far as the celebrations that they participate in as a family. Physical mail from you, letters, postcards, birthday cards, Christmas cards, Hanukkah cards, Thanksgiving cards, Valentine's Day cards, whatever it may be, physical mail can be a big deal. But the key in these interactions is this: not transactional interactions. They want relational interactions where they get an opportunity to learn more about who you are and you get a chance to learn more about them. Remember, this is a trust relationship, and communication is key in maintaining trust in a trust relationship. Solution number two, ongoing education on relevant topics. Money's number one. Clients say over and over again in study after study after study, they wish they had learned more about money earlier on in life, and they still don't know everything they need to know. They're constantly looking for education to learn more about how money works and how to make money work for them. But the three big topics they want to learn from you: wealth, health, and relationships. Now, you can teach those from your expertise. You can lean on expertise of resources we have here at Vision, and you could also bring in third-party experts to speak to those. But this ongoing education needs to be done at least once a quarter. It needs to be done live in person. And then you need to do a separate webinar for those that, for whatever reason, could not attend in person, or they want to go back and watch it again. And you want to record that webinar so you can add it to an ongoing learning library. And you may want to take that ongoing learning library one step farther and build and create a learning management system that you can make available and share with your clients so they can continue to learn more about money beyond just live in person and webinars that you may do once a quarter. We've got a number of resources that can help you in that area, so don't hesitate to reach out to us to learn more. Now, another interesting thing that came out of the survey was whether or not you have a digital connection with your client. Digital communication was a preferred means of interacting even with older clientele. I found that of interest. 51% of the individuals that participated in this multi-month survey said this: over half have used at least one digital channel to interact with an insurance agent or an insurance company. Now, here's what I found very interesting about this particular point right here. The clients who had the opportunity to use a digital channel were more satisfied with the insurance company and their insurance agent than the companies and agents who do not provide them a digital means to interact. Now, when I say digital communication, your mind probably immediately went to email. But digital communication in this particular study was much, much more than email, because everyone sends email. It's an accepted business-to-business practice, and almost every insurance company and the vast majority of insurance agents use this as a primary means of communicating with their customers. But in looking at the results of these two J.D. Power studies, here's what we found. Email had the lowest consumer satisfaction ranking of any of the means that you could communicate with a client digitally. Now, why? Consumers are not businesses. Email is an accepted business practice, but consumers don't want to be treated like a transaction or like a business. So when it comes to thinking digital communication, ask and answer this question. How do you interact with your family? Do you just send them an email if it's time for dinner, or do you just send them an email to say, hey, when you're at the grocery store, do X, Y, and Z for me? No, we live life with family. Your clients want to live life with you. With family, you have face-to-face time, you have telephone time, you have text time, you interact through social media. Now, social media has really become a big deal to these clients because everybody today has a smartphone. And during COVID, even your older clients gravitated to their smartphone as a way to stay connected and interacted with friends and family. And even though COVID is no longer a big issue, it's no longer a pandemic, social interaction is still a big deal. So let me ask you this question. Where are your clients hanging out? Are they hanging out on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest? Wherever they're hanging out, you need to be there so you can interact and live life with them. And you need to give them an opportunity to interact with you socially. Social media is social for a reason. It is a social interaction tool to give you an opportunity to connect with your client. Now, mobile apps also came into play, and although only 8% of insurance companies and insurance agents are using a mobile app right now, insurance agents and insurance companies that offered a mobile experience, some digital communication resource, had the highest levels of customer satisfaction. So let me ask you a very simple question. Have you thought about turning your website into an app? Have you done anything to make sure your website is mobile friendly? So if a customer of yours is going to your website through their smartphone, which over 70% of interactions online today are done through a smartphone, is it smartphone friendly? Are there tools and resources and interactive means for them to engage and interact with you on your website? Are there tools they can do to do research? Are there calculators? Are there other interactive things that are there so you can drive them there and keep them coming back so that you engage and, again, build relationship, provide education, and make sure you're reinforcing the why through your social media content? Now, why is this important? Interestingly enough, when it comes to InsurTech brands, says J.D. Power in these two studies, customers are more likely to view these types of companies as unique, innovative, and affordable. Now, when we talk about InsurTech brands, what are we talking about? You as an insurance agent providing a means for your client to engage with you and the opportunity to use an electronic format to buy and service their business. They want to be able to do e-app. I continue to get pushback from agents, but consumers love it because it makes it easy and convenient. And once a financial professional gets it, they get it. It's much, much more difficult to make a mistake doing an e-app. So you get the application to the carrier in good order, and you don't have to go back and fix a bunch of mistakes on a paper app, and everything's done. It expedites the issue time, which creates the exceptional experience that satisfies the customer. And yet I still have agents every day asking for an app pack because they don't want to learn how to use technology. But the study shows over a 4-month period of time, when it comes to engaging and using technology, being an InsurTech brand, customers are going to view you as unique, innovative, and affordable. The type of company, the type of agent they want to do business with. So consumers are embracing technology. How about you? So what are the lessons we've learned? Number one, clients are increasingly seeing agents and insurers as more of the same. The insurance agency is becoming a commodity. All life insurance look and sound alike. All Medicare agents look and sound alike. All insurance companies look and sound alike. That was one of the findings of these two J.D. Power surveys. How do you stand out as unique and different? How do you attract the type of customer you want to attract and tell the others you don't want to work with that's not what you do? We have tools and training. In fact, we have a 4-part training that we teach financial professionals to become an attractional advisor, to actually attract the type of customers you want to work with. That resource is available to contracted producers with Vision Advisors. Lesson number 2, agents need to be proactive in dealing with those 3 issues, the 3 problems identified in the J.D. Power study. Number 1, reinforcing the why the customer bought life insurance or an annuity in the first place, reminding them of the problem it solved, the goal or objective it helps achieve, or the desired outcome it's going to produce at some point in the future. We need to be proactive in building relationship beyond the transaction and living life with our customers. And number 3, ongoing education on those 3 relevant topics: wealth, health, and relationships. And the third takeaway is this: agents and insurers need to make sure they're doing more than just email. You need more face-to-face interactions. You need more phone calls. You need more text messages. You need more physical mail, and you need to be more actively engaged with your clients where they're living life on social media, and consider the use of mobile apps and tools, or at a minimum, making your website mobile friendly. Because remember, over 70% of all searches online today are done on a smartphone. If your website is not mobile friendly, you're going to be seen as a dinosaur, and you know what happened to the dinosaurs. Now, if you need some help implementing any of this, that's what we do here at Vision Advisors. We're a marketing-focused, results-oriented IMO with a great portfolio of products and services, but we're focused on helping you work on the business side of your business to get in front of more qualified prospects and do so on a regular basis. We've got a Facebook page. Are you following it? We've got a LinkedIn page. Are you following that? We've got a YouTube channel with over 200 training videos available to you 24/7, 365. Are you subscribed to our YouTube channel? Are you making yourself available and utilizing our Vision Success Academy, an online training and resources portal where all of our marketing tools and resources are housed? It's available to all of our contracted producers. If you're not utilizing that resource, you need to reach out and ask for more information. Now, let me leave you with this. If you enjoyed this Insight with Vision and would like to hear more of these and be notified when we publish these issues on a convenient, regular basis, then let me encourage you to go to our YouTube channel. Simply go to youtube.com and look up Vision Advisors. You'll see our logo. And when you see that logo and you go to our channel, click on the subscribe button, and right beside it, you'll see a little bell. Click on that bell, and then every time we add a new training video, you're going to be notified that we have added a new training video that you can access at your convenience. Again, as you're thinking about what we do, remember, we're Vision Advisors, and we've got a vision for your success. You can reach us at 1-800-505-8489. You can also connect with us at visionadvisorsinc.com. In the upper right-hand side of our website, you'll find our Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn links, so you can connect with us and follow us there. On behalf of all of us here at Vision Advisors, I'm John Terry. Thanks for joining me, and have a great day.